All right, I think I'm YouTube ready again. Hey, I'm really sorry you guys for not giving you an update sooner. Life has been hectic. No, nothing crazy has happened. I didn't die, the car didn't explode. Honestly, it's kind of a boring explanation. I've been working. I own a company and it requires a lot of travel on my end, a lot of logistical planning, and it's just sucked up all my time. So the car has just been sitting for about 3 months now, and one day I decided to get some air in the tires. I go, even though it's not drivable, I need to get the engine going. I need to get air in the tires, make sure that I'm not causing any more damage to it. And if y'all don't know, because you're new to the channel, feel free to watch some of my other videos about the nightmare that I've had with this car. So a year ago today, and this is just a really quick recap for all the new people here, and I'm going to kind of tell you what I've been doing about the situation with that too. But basically, a year ago, Thanksgiving, I started messaging CNC Motors of Upland, California. I was interested in a Ferrari 360 that they had. They ended up selling that to a different person whom I actually interviewed on this channel, and a really great guy. But then they had another one for sale. It just needed 2 new fuel pumps and 4 tires. I was excited. I'm like, oh wow, this is a reputable place. They're fixing the car up before they're selling it to me. The thing looked beautiful online. I wired him a bunch of money, and I said I'll pay the rest when I get there. So I flew out to Upland, and I gave him the rest of the money. I signed a bunch of papers, and I drove off in my beautiful 2000 Ferrari 360 Modena. Now, on the way home is where the story sort of begins. It kept going into neutral, things weren't right, something was just off about the car. I take it to a mechanic here in Northern California, and he's like, oh Matt, I think it's this, I think it's that. It's gonna need some work. I get CNC Motors on the line. They said, oh, we're gonna take care of you, sir. We wouldn't sell a car that we wouldn't sell to our own mother. And so they actually paid to have it shipped back to Southern California to do the repairs. Though, yes, I was upset because, I just bought this car. I've only had it for a couple of days, and then now it's wrapped up in service. Life sucks, but hey, at least I'll have a really cool working Ferrari out of the deal, and I'll drive off into the sunset, and life is good. Well, life is bad. They said they were fixing it. Rumors started circulating around the internet saying that, oh, there's some fraudulent dealings going on with them. Be careful, be careful. And this is after I already bought the car. So I emailed them and I said, hey, how's the car doing? Is it working? And I would get a response here or there, or maybe I might get one like a week later. But then they just they stopped texting me. They stopped calling me. They stopped emailing me. And I can't get a hold of anyone. I'm 7 hours away. I can't just go there really quickly and check up on it. And so I decided to go down on Easter Sunday, 2021, to pick up the car. I'm just fed up with these guys. I would rather pay to get it serviced at the Ferrari dealership at this point. And so I get there and there are hardly any cars in the showroom. When I went in January, it was packed. You had 4 GTs, you had anything from a Wrangler to a beautiful Porsche GT3 RS, all 400 supercars and normal cars all under one roof. Now there's 20. And so I had made a video on YouTube saying, where's my Ferrari? Is it part of this mess that I hear that it's part of? And then that's when I started getting a lot of responses from other YouTubers and different people saying, hey, you should probably pick up your car. Because at that time, I didn't have the title or registration. I didn't know what was going on with that. And I just knew that I had forked out a lot of money for this car, and I don't even have that in my possession. So I went and I picked it up. I had it shipped back home. And to this day, I still do not have the title. I do not have it registered. My temporary registration ran out in July with the DMV. And I do know who the owner of the title is to the car. He had reached out once or twice to me, and I do want to make him an offer at this point. CNC Motors is no longer in business. I believe they're under heavy DMV investigation, if not more investigations. I really don't want to comment on the legal stuff of that right now, but I really don't see this ending very well for all the other victims involved in it. I am just one of many. My car is actually one of the cheaper ones that's involved in this mess, and I just don't see this ending really well for the people who had bought the cars or the people who have sold them through CNC Motors. And for those of you who don't know, CNC Motors was a consignment dealership. So they would take people's cars, they would sell them to guys like me, and then they would they should take my money, give it to the person who has the title, so then they could mail me the title. Well, none of that's happening. The DMV has never even gotten my taxes that I paid on that, which was close to $10,000. So in order for me to have this legally in my name, I need to do a rebranded title, which takes a little bit, takes a lot of money. And then once I get that, it still needs almost $40,000 worth of repairs. So, you know, I buy this thing for, what is it, $75,000, $82,000 with tax and everything. Then I'll have to spend another $10,000, then another, say, $40,000. So now I'm in this way, way more than it's worth. I just don't know what to do, but that's not what this video is about. I have been trying to baby this thing without driving it as much as possible. The reason being is I don't want to cause any more damage. Now, but here's the funny, stupid story about that too. I took it to a car show. Heaven forbid, right? I took it to a car show 10 miles away, and I picked up a screw in the tire. Now, yeah, this is like the freakishly fraudulent, horrible Ferrari, so of course I'm going to pick up a screw. But it's not even that simple. So I put some air in the tire so I can take it to Les Schwab just to get the tire patched. It's right in the middle. I'm not concerned. I'm sure they could just patch it pretty easily. But then when I take it there, they're like, "Sir, do you know that you're missing a lug bolt and that the 4 that you have remaining, they could just pull out? My wheel is about to fall off." Again. Now for those of you who are new to the channel, my wheel already fell off, and it's the same one. It's the driver's rear wheel. And I'm like, what the heck? I mean, I probably had some different words at the time, but at this point I'm thinking, you know, the damage to that wheel was probably there before I even picked it up from CNC Motors. I have a feeling that what happened was somebody had over-torqued it and then caused something inside the rim to strip, therefore making it uneven, and as you drive, it's creating kind of an oval shape. It's not being held on properly. So you have the weight of the car pushing against the rim, pushing against the lug bolt in kind of a weird way. And anyway, it created an oval shape to where you can't even tighten the lug bolts onto the rim anymore. They're like, "Sir, you need a new rim, and we can't let you leave unless it leaves on a flatbed." Great. So a $20 patch job is now going to cost me a new wheel. Awesome. Well, so anyways, I had reached out to my buddy Mike at Fur Parts, and he hooked me up with a pretty decent wheel. It's the same 5-spoke Ferrari 360 wheel. He had one there in his shop, but it did need some repair. So I actually had that sent out right now, getting repaired, getting it all refurbished because there was some like curb damage or something to it. And so I'm having that done. So a $20 patch job is now, when it's all said and done, going to be about $1,000. And that doesn't, I mean, it doesn't even mean anything at this point. Like the amount of stuff wrong with this car is just so mind-boggling that $1,000 almost feels like, well, that's like, you know, $1, right? It's just because it can roll now. I mean, we haven't even done the engine rebuild. I haven't done anything to this car since my last YouTube video. and I'm not planning on doing anything. I don't have the title to it. I can't register it. It's completely pointless. So what I have been doing though, the only thing I can think of legally to do with this car to make money is renting it out for corporate events. It's just a very expensive prop that sits, in somebody's like courtyard or inside of a really beautiful lobby or something, and people will take pictures and walk around it and stuff. So you just got to trailer it there, leave it for a couple hours, then pick it up. That's about it. I'm usually there the whole time so I can make sure that nobody sits on it or does anything or opens it up or whatever. Just because this is kind of a high profile car now, I just don't want to risk anything even worse happening to it. But I'm just like, I don't know what to do. I've had my Ferrari Club membership for a year now, and I haven't even been to one of their events. The whole purpose of buying this thing was to film really beautiful experiences on what it could be like to be part of a Ferrari club, and all the cool stuff that they do, the beautiful drives that they go on. And I was like kind of depressed about it. I mean, I'm sure as you would be as well. I was invited out to go on this drive last Sunday, and I'm really happy I actually went. I didn't really want to, but at the same time, I felt like, well, I'm going to get my money's worth out of the membership and at least go to one thing, and just to say that I did. Well, it was the most amazing experience ever. I got to ride in this beautiful, pristine condition 1986 328 GTS and gated shifter. The thing sounded amazing. We were cruising all around these other Ferraris. We had like a 488 there, a FF. I mean, all different types. The F355, which I love, and and also another 360 red, but with black interior. But honestly, the people were so friendly and warm and just inviting that they didn't make me feel stupid for this dumb car and some decisions and all that stuff. They just welcomed me and said, hey, you're always welcome out here, Matt. If you want to come ride with us, you could ride in one of our cars. You could take your other car, whatever you want to do. And I'm like, I think I will. Like, I really enjoyed just being out, being surrounded by like-minded people, and gosh, it was just a beautiful day. So I did shoot some of that, and I thought it was like really, really fun. I'm going to renew my membership in hopes that sometime in 2022, I can have this thing up and running and working really well again. But honestly, I can't even do that until I get the title. And, if you are the owner of the title to this car, and you have contacted me before, I would like to make you an offer or a deal, or maybe we could work something out to where I could at least get that to where I could start funneling money into this thing and getting it fixed. Or if you have another suggestion, I'm open. I'm all ears, because right now this thing is a very expensive brick in my garage, and I can't really do anything with it. So that's what I've been up to, and I don't know where this is going to lead, but I just wanted to tell you guys, hey, thanks for watching my videos. And I'm sorry to complain a lot. I mean, it feels like I have a lot to complain about. However, I've been in worse shape before, and if this is just going to be a financial burden for a while, it is what it is. I'd rather have that than a bad health issue or a serious injury or something. I've already dealt with that kind of stuff, and let me tell you, nothing is more miserable than when you're not healthy. So I encourage all you guys to stay healthy, especially with all this stuff going on in the world. And if you can, find those golden moments of happiness in your life that make you excited, that make you want to film something or whatever, because that's what it's about. That's why you keep on living, is to feel the joy and to share that with others, I feel. And I hope to have some cool, new, exciting things happening on this channel, even if it's not with my car, definitely with some other ones. So please stay tuned, like, subscribe, and hey, thanks for watching.